We are back, boys. Kislev check. So we just went through the blog of this new experimental mode, Proving Grounds. It's in beta. Anybody can try it. The changes are extreme. Most of these changes I feel like should be in the main game anyways. Thank you, Gail. We are not gonna be playing full campaigns. We're just gonna be going between factions to see what they've done with this. Maybe with some factions play a little bit of the early game. Let's go see what's been done to the high elves. So we're starting on the highest difficulty, which is legendary and veteran. Starter was easy, fast was normal, standard hard, veteran very hard, and legendary is legendary. Let's go see what these changes they've done with the costs. So there are no supply lines, and economy has been adjusted quite a bit. And they tell you with the difficulty settings that the game gets much slower on higher difficulty, which is true. Campaigns go pretty fast, you know, when there's no opposition and no resistance.
Glory to you.
Yeah. Let's see. Background income is still the same. It looks like the growth has been adjusted on the core building. It's now kept at +10. So the core building now provides much less growth, which will be a huge impact on a lot of factions. Okay, I'm surprised they haven't touched the climates. I feel like the climate changes were ignored in with this, even with this experimental mode. They should have touched the climates as well. So we can see all of the huge changes to the economy. The income has been reduced quite a bit. The gates of Lawton are making much less money. The grow has not been touched. Even in the experimental mode, this still is garbage building. The cost of buildings, guys. You guys notice cost of buildings? Holy shit! This is very interesting. The gold sinks have to exist. Tier 2 is 2500, Tier 3 is 5000, Tier 4 is 10,000, and Tier 5 20,000 shekels. I do like that there are more gold sinks. So the higher tier, look at this. Italy Smith 8,000. You do need it for technologies. I'm not sure I'm a fan of just doubling things without, you know, thinking things through. So pretty much regarding this building, for example, you only need to build one. So in other settlements, there'll be no reason to upgrade these buildings other than getting 4% research, which will be extreme for 20,000s. Another reason, you know, not to disable notifications. These notifications are still missing some things like army in a ambush mode, army that is encamped, for example. But very interesting. This will definitely shift things. 10,000 for dragon building and 20,000 for your dragon building. This costs Scream Heroes to me immediately for the top tier stuff. There's always the things that are a lot of expensive there. 10,000 gold to build a handmaidens gallery, and they're still, you know, spammable. 212 upkeep. What the hell is this upkeep? 212 for Sisters of Avalon. 137. 212 on the Loten Sea Guard. 212 on the Sister of Avalon. God damn, man. What the? 212 on the Loten Sea Guard. 212 on the Sister of Avalon. Makes you wonder if they even play this game. Let's see what else we have here. So it looks like the growth building has been nerfed as well. So they nerfed growth quite a bit. Which means on a higher difficulty it'll be harder to keep up early with the AI. This growth has been stomped. 15 growth. More replenishment, yeah, more replenishment is nice for some factions. Unlike the high elves needed. So we can immediately see huge increases to construction. This is gonna be quite messy in the red climate for some factions, because they can't just adjust these things without keeping in mind the climate system. And some factions, like Greenskins for example, have a shit climate system which makes them unbearable outside the Badlands.
Protector of the Everqueen.
Ooh, look at the recruitment costs. God damn, 3 spearmen, 3,000 gold? So the recruitment costs are much higher now while the upkeep costs are lower. Damn. That's an interesting change. Can't say how this will affect the game without playing a couple of campaigns. Finally, recruitment costs, boys. Finally, we are getting into recruitment cost reduction meta. Finally, you'll confederate some lord and you're gonna see 3 bonded service. Yes! Instead of brain damage. Oh, I need the red X. Interesting.
What do you require?
Very interesting. They haven't really touched much of the bell as well. A lot of campaign stuff has been adjusted. It does look like the legendary in this setup is gonna be harder than the usual.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy
Hey Wilman,
shit.
thank you for this support. Yeah, doubling the recruitment cost some of these units actually makes the recruitment costs matter. I was always a fan of the units should be expensive to recruit. That's it should be like the biggest goal sink. But then again, it can also slow down the construction as well. You can have everything faster. Looks like Exoatl is making more money than before. 1,000 gold on tier 5. Exoatl is getting so much more income. This construction cost, guys, it's exciting and scary at the same time. They did lower the battle loot as well. They lowered the bonus on Star Chamber to 2%. Some... Yeah. So the Lizardman growth building is unchanged 30. So the elves have less growth than the Lizardman. That makes sense. Okay, at least there is a lore friendly thing there. This was changed. This actually might be actually more considered now. Cheaper, and it has adjacent public order. The original version was not that good. This was just remarkably better. Interesting. Makes you wonder what changes we didn't see in that list. I mean, you can see the this building is still shit, like the White Lions building. Had to check. Had to check.
Dominate.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
Master Engineer.
Okay. Recruitment costs. I forgot checking the recruitment costs. Yeah, let's see how expensive are Saurus. Saurus will all be pretty expensive as the early game unit. $1,500. Damn, son. Saurus are almost double in cost. Or is it double? I think it just doubled. Damn. He's gonna get twice before getting shields, disbanding these guys. It's cost a fortune. Cost a fortune.
We must preserve.
I seek my birthright.
I deleted all the campaigns. They did recommend to start a new one because it causes unpredictable issues. Okay, this is still usual. Their construction costs not as expensive as the Lizardmen or the High Elves. So the Dark Elves are a little bit cheaper on the construction here, and the marble will even lower it further. The port tier 5 is much cheaper. So recruitment buildings tier 5, they just made everyone 20k. Doesn't really make sense for every single one of them, but it's, you know, convenient just to double it. So the Dark Elves have much higher growth than the High Elves.
My cruelty knows no limits.
67 upkeep.
Cold breeze. Lord of the
Very expensive stuff for sure. We should definitely see
You are not fit to call yourself.
we can get a trade somewhere. I think that dwarf started a trade with Barakwara, so we can check it out there.
We must preserve this world.
No one controls Warlord Queek. Chief Master of Deep Warren. Clan Morse.
The Night Lord, yes.
Let's pick Clan Leaders because it started with the Doom Wheel, so we can see the cost of the Doom Wheel. Apparently, the slaves provide more money, but also decline faster now. Keep in mind, guys, this is not the... they didn't patch this version. This is just experimental mode, which has changed the game extremely. And most of these things will not even seed into the main game. Yoo-hoo!
Greetings, Craven.
They haven't touched, haven't touched Tomb Kings with this.
Chieftain of the Deep Warren.
Doom Wheel is 385. Okay. Let's still have good costs here. Look at that faction effect. Just imagine these are your faction effects. Don't see much changes here. So looks like almost everything the same. It is it's interesting that the Skaven buildings are more expensive than the Dark Elf buildings.
I am Tyrion, heir of Anarion.
Tides of death.
Would be interesting to play a full campaign on this mode. Maybe we do one of them. We have 3 Muslim campaigns available to play.
Count Noctilus reigns.
This doesn't seem like affected much or at all.
Valiant's graveyard calls for more death.
We must preserve this world.
So they have not changed anywhere with Tomb Kings. But let's see. Let's see. Mainly unchanged.
Mighty Citra.
They'll lower the Beastman Chaos upkeeps. Mighty Cetra. No, we are not starting the Cetra campaign, boys. Just checking things. The hammer is still so sweet. Doesn't look like this anything got changed here. Everything. Soon. We get some preliminary stuff. We can only see things in detail until we start playing a campaign.
Summon the Elector Counts.
We have a Reichland campaign queued. No artillery. Yoo-hoo! We're gonna be checking, going through all the factions of blood.
The Greenskin
I am Prince and Emperor.
Yes, royalty.
I refuse.
Seattle released this new game mode, the Proving Grounds beta, where they did a lot of experimental changes, and you can experience the current changes with a campaign. Looks like growth has been really limited. It's gonna be definitely longer to get to that stage. Let's see something here. Kislev.
The Tsarina empowers me to offer Kislev.
No? What's this? They say no on turn 1? Holy shit, the resources got butchered. Maybe now that they've adjusted it, the values, the bug, they fixed the bug as well. But they don't even know the bug exists. So it looks like the goods have been halved in value. Compass in Bretonia? Compass in Bretonia? Don't make me laugh.
We must preserve this world.
Retake the realm!
What about those Emperor techs? We'll reload and see. They did improve auto-resolve on some of the evil factions. This is not the main version of the game, guys. Keep that in mind. Do not get confused. Don't get confused. Go Monka S Pepega on me here. This is just experimental mode they are testing with a open beta.
The High King acts.
660 upkeep. What? Is it me or they increase the upkeep on the dwarves? That was not in patch notes. Holy shit, the dwarf growth is gonna be terrible now. Iron Breaker's at 325 and Hammer's 300.
Retake the realms.
Look at this 660 upkeep here. $20,000 gold to build this. The research chains are cheaper now though. Damn. They lowered this by 1%. From 5 to 4 and from 10 to 8. It's felt like
I fight
usual.
for the greater good.
Chosen of Sigmar.
Chosen of Sigmar. At least he's chosen by somebody. Nobody picks him otherwise.
The Greens.
I loved that they see what people, you know, actually put on those Reddits and forums. Look at this shit. Still broken as fuck. This one and this one are busted. This is the one of the most broken shit in the whole game. This thing here and this thing here. And they, not even in experimental mode they nerf that shit. Broken as shit. Especially for the AI.
I fight for the greater good.
Get some.
Who's the best? It's not a patch, guys. It's don't get confused, guys. Don't go full Pepega on me. It's not a patch. It's a experimental mode with a beta version.
Black Crag is yours.
I've been just going through the changes here. The Greenskins are supposed to have the cheapest building in this mode. Guys, remember what I was saying in my Greenskin video? The worst faction in Mortal Empires, they should stand out by having the cheapest infrastructure of the factions. Well, they still pay more for their stronghold than the Dark Elves. So much about that. But these buildings are much cheaper. Look at this, 500, 750, 1000. These buildings are cheaper. Look at this. This is really cheap stuff. The capital is one thing. This is the capital, so it kind of makes sense. Wow, these are the cheapest buildings, yeah. Good job, good job. This is how the Greenskin should be in the main game. Paying construction costs for a heap of shit, pile of dung. This change has to happen in the main game. Look at the cost on buildings, it's so cheap. The capital is expensive. They might have forgot to adjust for the capital. So cheap. Well, look at gold. 500, 750, 1000. This is much cheaper. They do get still massive growth. The growth building. Climate system still fucked up. We need more green climates for the greenskins, especially temperate and desert.
Gork's fist.
Gork's fist. 750 shekels for a unit of stinking goblin archers? What the fuck?
I fight for the greater good.
The true Von Caster.
Had to get some water. I'm here, I'm here. Now this is the read the title. Read the title, guys. Welcome to Twitch.
Drakenhof is back in your hand.
The true Von Caster.
The Creative Assembly have released a new experimental mod, Proving Grounds Beta. It's not the official version of the game, but they changed the game drastically in some areas extremely. So they're testing things, giving people to play and give feedback as well. Most of these changes will never see the the light, but some of them might happen. It's very strange, very strange. Aggressive master necromancer, that's always what I wanted.
Yes.
1000 dark magic for a unit of direwolves. Huh. I was just showing. It's the buildings are actually cheaper for the vampires. Overall cheaper. The fact that the economic buildings have decreased in cost, the vampire have cheaper buildings than before. These are the most important buildings. And they're much cheaper now. Half of the cost. Doesn't matter if this is 20k if this only costs 5 and 7.5.
We must preserve this world.
Lord of the England.
Upkeep plus 50% on the Karakate pixie are captured. They said they changed this, but it's still 50%. Maybe they forgot to update on the faction effect. %, don't be crazy, Gravy.
Clan Angrund is adrift, my lord Belagar, yet hope remains.
It's 40%, so they changed by 10%.
Revenge in
Holy shit, Belgar is 1000 upkeep. 1000 for this glorious dwarf. It's even more high upkeep than the High King.
The runes are ready.
Well, you can't get shit now.
Belagar Ironhammer.
Looks like the Clan is a little bit harder now. Clan Angrun definitely looks a bit harder now because of this this thing. We need to take the vaults, these mountains, maybe even these mountains to get things going. Yeah, I was checking if the ghosts had upkeep. I knew they were free. Hey, Rubio. Gallagher costing 1000, it's a little bit extreme. But makes it a little bit harder in the beginning.
Battle time is speed.
Slipper OP units. Is that you, Kantaro?
Hail, Throg. The harsh and desolate wastes of
700 upkeep for Trog. They haven't touched Norska much. It looks like it's even cheaper than before. But fuck if I know, I don't play this faction.
I am Tyrion, heir of Anarion.
They did lower the upkeep for the Elysium. Let's see how much the giant has for the beastman. Been interesting playing campaign at least for 7 turns with this.
your hour approaches, Crowfather. Here amongst the ruins
You
of
wanna hear the best thing, Pepsi Boy? The have you missed it? The Sisters of Avalon have the same upkeep. Tier 4 elite archer unit with bazookas. Same upkeep as the Lothern Sea Guard, which is a tier 3 unit. What the fuck are they drinking? And they're definitely lower upkeep. So you will be able to get more stuff now with the basement and the chaos, at least in this mode. Probably, Wunschler, probably. They need to double the upkeep on the Sister Avalon. Fuck it, triple it. Triple those
I fight
bitches.
for the greater good.
Spirit of Morka.
Still have the worst, one of the worst bonuses of all factions here.
God of
Bring ruin.
What do we have here? Dragon Ogres.
Witness my beauty.
They increased the auto-resolve values for the evil factions. And this is one of the things that has to happen in the main game. They also made the vampires more aggressive. We'll be doing a campaign with these guys. Not sure what we'll do in it, but right now we have other things to finish first.
And lethal.
Handsome and little. Guys, if only you fucked up that Tackles campaign, we would have been playing this beautiful man. Can you believe those bastards in Blizzard managed to, you know, try to make Arthas prettier than Sigvald? Shame on them. Look at this, man. It's almost like when they were making Chaos, they were just checking what everything Chaos has, and then they taking scissors, like, and there you go. That's Chaos. Oh, you have to buy it. It's a DLC or pre-purchase the game. The second half you get 5 years later.
Dominance.
Makes you wonder what this means for the Chaos troops. What will this mean for the game? And did they butcher the Chaos invasion again?
I am Slanesh's scion. Avert your eyes. Despoilers come. Now.
No. One of the master campaigns this year is Chaos, but toward the end, maybe even the final one.
I fight for
So
the
it looks
greater
like
good.
that's it here. We see some, you know, initial stuff.
Shield
Looks
of
like
royalty.
most things cost more now. Looks like it's gonna be huge changes for some factions. I feel like the Greenskins and the Vampires might do better now. But the wars are still probably broken, so it might not matter. I want to finish my Tau campaign, and we're not gonna delay that SFO watching of the recording. So the campaign we're gonna try with this one is probably gonna be at that point.
The Dukes have written.
By the light of the lady.
We have a Reichland campaign, Von Karsten campaign, and Karakadrin campaign, and might even have a Hamri campaign. Cavalry building is even more expensive than before. Who the fuck made this one? Who the fuck made this one? This shit is busted. Armor, piercing damage plus 15 when fighting against Warriors of Chaos. Leadership plus 8 when fighting against Warriors of Chaos in Norska. It's almost like only the CA plays peasant armies with Bretonia and not get the knights. Busted stuff here, especially for the Gale Guardians. Have you seen the upkeep on Belegar? It's 1000. 1000.
I fight for the greater good.
Lord of the Active.
You want to start Gnitsi now? There's still shit climate, no replenishment, and underwhelming units compared to the other factions buffs. So you're gonna have to rely on artillery. Durp is nearly 800. It doesn't look like they changed anything really here. This looks like very similar as before. Maybe they forgot about wood elves. $1100 for the Dryads, 1000 for the Glade Guard. Well, it's not changed much. It's not really changed that much. Especially the costs. They've still forgot to put public order on the core building. And these minor trash buildings still the same. I mean, how do you justify shit like this? I mean, who designs stuff like this, man? It's the easiest job in the world. I bet that person never even played the campaign. So this is Warhammer 1 stuff, boys. 2 public order, 333. Sculptor Cavern, 3 public order, 444. Just Warhammer 1 stuff. And then you have the Warhammer 2 guy comes, you know, 50. 20 places of replenishment. Only 1 building. Warhammer 1 guy, Warhammer 2 guy. Then we just quadrupled it. Well,
I am
I think we should try a couple of factions to turn 70. We should not gonna be doing any master campaigns on this mode for now. Who would be a good one to go to turn 70? I don't know. These costs seem like pretty extreme. Anyway, free, they released a new beta called Proving Grounds. It's a experimental mode where there's changes separate from the main game when they have changed things drastically in all parts of the game except battles to balance the campaign experience a bit more. Well, I'll figure out who we're gonna try. I'm not sure we're gonna be playing a full campaign on this, but I'm definitely gonna be trying like 2 factions up to like turn 70 or 80, just early game, and then decide if we're gonna do a full campaign on this. If we decide to do a full campaign on this, it might be Karakadrin, the Master campaign, or Reichland, Master campaign, maybe even
All shall
Von Carson Master campaign
tremble.
or the Cetra one.
Henry has only one king.
But there are first things I want to finish. Some of the things I want to finish first. I want to finish. I already started the Tau in Gladius. I want to finish one game. Want to see what they have, experience what they have. And you see what's next, boys. That was promised. That was promised. So you can expect to see an early game of 1 or 2 campaigns with this Proving Grounds beta in a couple of days. They're not yet decided on the factions, but we'll see. And if things, depending how the things look like, we might actually even do a full campaign, one of the milestone campaigns that have been unlocked. We'll decide. If somebody wants to Man of the Month campaign in this Proving Grounds, they can request it as well. But first, things first, finishing Tau in Gladius and watching the SFO campaign that we played last year. Or was it 2 years ago? I mean, it's only the 3rd year of Warhammer 2. Years just fly by, and yeah. Definitely, some of the changes look interesting and might make the early game quite weird. Those recruitment costs look very scary for some factions. So, I'll see you guys around 4 PM with Gladius, finishing Tau there. I'm not gonna be playing a second game there now that this is out, but there'll definitely be another game of Gladius eventually. Just wanna see the Tau first. See you in about 2.5 hours, boys.